The season is over. We've finished top. We've got a record. We're promoted. This is a season review. Let's get on with it. Hello everybody and welcome back to a joyous season 2 review with Bolton Wanderers. And as you can see ahead of you, we have won the league. We've won it with a team record number of wins in the season, 29. It was originally 28, but we've beaten our own record, 29. And as promised, I'm going to show you the goals from the last couple of games. The first game, Bradford City, 3-1. Goals from Connor Hall and Regan Riley. You remember him in the last episode? He managed to get a game in order to get a winner's medal as well. He came up trumps on the 80th minute. We're going to show behind the goal highlights, but there's a cracking ball over the top. Hall running onto it. Something that Archer should be doing, but Hall was there. But look at this free kick. What a stonker of a free kick that is. Absolutely brilliant. Bradford did come back into the game. We thought we got away there, but look at that. McCartan hammering it away until Riley, who plays it out wide. He played a 1-2. There's Edwards, who played it right across the face of the goal, and Riley there just smacks it in with a fantastic goal. 3-1 the result in that one. And on this one against Colchester, it was Rogers latching onto an error by the defender. He manages to squeeze it in, but that was the only goal of the game. 1-0 in the end. And brought us a 29th victory for the season, which was absolutely brilliant. Shrewsbury sneak in there ahead of Ipswich and ahead of Lincoln as well. Ipswich and Barnsley are in the final of the playoffs, so you would expect Ipswich to come through that, so we may yet get to see the result of that game. But as it stands, or as it is ourselves and Shrewsbury going up. Colchester, Stevenage, Cheltenham and Wimbledon go down. Colchester, I'm quite surprised that. Really, they got relegated last season from the Championship. I expected them to go straight back up, but they didn't. So let's get on with the awards then for this season. And this is the players in the overall best 11. We've got Hall up front. Crawford is in there. He's been out on loan all season, so I'm surprised he's in there. Verlinden, he's been injured all season. Brown, he's been absolutely, well, to be honest, he's not been very good at all this year. Delhi and Murphy. Murphy we haven't had in the team at all. Emmanuel, Vanderberg, Brockbank and Bunny. So, okay, that's almost about 4. And I'm sorry, but O'Hara should be in there, not Bossman. Bossman was there for the last season, possibly, but not this season, really. The fans' player of the season goes to Delhi, 36%. It's been very, very close between himself, Vanderberg and Shenton. Not forgetting that Delhi and Vanderberg, is he ours or he's on loan? He's on loan from Liverpool. So don't forget 2 of them are actually on loan with us. Delhi gets goal of the season. This was against QPR, so let's have a quick look at it as well, shall we? I'm intrigued as to see what goal it is, considering we've just seen a stonker of a goal by Hall, a free kick. Just see what happens over here. Darcy. Oh, it's a good goal though, to be fair. I'm still favouring the free kick though from a Hall. Mark Helmy's signing of the season on a free. Very, very good player. We're still undecided what formation we are going with. Incidentally, we played with the 5-3-2 formation with wing backs in the last game against Colchester as well. We did change it up a little bit to having an attacking midfielder in the end, but the game was already won. So things might be looking up. We just may have to look for some wing backs though, that's all. The season preview then. Lost in the third round of the FA Cup. We lost in the second round. We won the League One. That's fantastic. We got to the semi-finals in the leasing.com trophy. Our biggest win was 4-1 against Sunderland away from home, and then losing away to Rotherham 3-0 before we beat them 3-0 at home a few weeks later. The average attendance 17,060% full. We're hoping to increase that next season, which will help us no end, and joint highest in the league for the total players used, 33. But as you can see from early on in the season, we kind of held our own. The board would like to discuss the club's long-term vision. Right, okay, so let's see what they're expecting next season then. To make the most of set pieces, well, we did score a stonker of a goal with Hall. Play high-tempo pressing football. Okay, that's what they'd rather have. Okay, we can adjust that, I guess. End of next season then. Avoid relegation, which is a gimme, I guess. My contract expires, so I guess if we avoid it, they'll give me a new contract and we'll work towards being self-sustainable. Become an established championship team. The next 5 years I want to stay in the championship. Well, we want to try and progress to the Premiership as quick as possible, but the only thing hampering us at the moment is our finances. 5 million, it's not an awful lot at all, and we are just hemorrhaging money left, right and centre. The projection though, yeah, it's going to be bad. Squad dynamics, they're all looking very well. Low, he's not so bothered about being pushed out now. Don't have the heart that we may sign a new contract with him. We have got some, well, I've got a feeling that's going to go down even more. 80,000 we have a wages budget. If we can hang on to players like Low, I'll see. Well, let's have a look, see if we can grab hold of him, I guess. Him and Darcy I would like to keep. They are very, very good players, but we can sort that out during the summer. End of season team meeting, we'll discuss the plans for next season. Before you all get away, well deserved break, I just want to let you know that I'm not planning to replace any of you. You've done brilliantly to get us promoted, so I'm going to give you a chance to get us mid-table finish as well. I think you can get mid-table next time, provided we make the right additions to the squad. I'm optimistic that we can avoid a fight against relegation, stay up comfortably. Let's go with that. You're not getting, you're not going to get very far asking the squad to compete on a level we're not remotely close to. I disagree. I don't think you're getting us. Oh dear. Okay, so that didn't go well. Not well at all. So they're expecting to come straight back down. If that's the attitude, then you're all going to be replaced. With who and what money? Right, just some commercial news as well before we head on to our squad. Rogers, he picked up one of the top selling shirts. Same with Barnaby, Villenden, Darcy and Brown. That's very well played. So the revenue has gone up, sponsorship's gone up, broadcasting's gone up, hospitality's all gone up, everything's all gone up, which is really good as well. We have got a 1 year back to the back of the shirt sponsor, a new deal. 1 year worth 200,000, previous was 120, so they've upped that as well. There's a new scouting budget. They've given us 97 grand for a new scouting budget. Do we need that much? We will wait and see. I'd rather pump that into wages if we can, only for them to reduce it, which they probably will do. We'll have a look at our squad now to see who performed well and what have you. So 51 games, O'Hara, he's been virtually ever present. He's played very, very well. He's not far off potential as well, which is even better for us, so we might just keep him in. Dele, Vandenberg and Laird all playing their parts as well. As you can see, we're reliant on loan players, but hopefully we're going to bring him on loan for another season as well. Bunny getting involved there, so a lot of games played. So our new loanies that we brought in the during the season, Barnaby, 15 games, played really well. Villenden, he was injured throughout, apart from the first part of the season. Garcia getting involved as well, and Rogers as well, starting to come good. 3 goals in 11 in the end. That's not too bad at all. All the way down to the bottom, Riley getting involved in 3 games towards the end of the season, which is really good on his part. And it's a kind of a good breakthrough as well for the 18-year-old. So we're going to have to rely heavily on our youth team as well. So we go to the goals, see where all the goals have come from. Connor Hall almost caught up with Cameron Archer, and in less games as well. 13 goals in 15. All right, 7 on coming on as sub, but 15 get say 22 against 34. He's played a lot better. Shots ratio 54% on target for Connor Hall. That's pretty damn good, that is. Will Buckley weighed in with 9 goals, 7 from Lockett. Delhi got 6 together with Jason Lowe, who came good towards the end as well. King Harms, Darcy. So we weren't doing too bad. The biggest disappointment I feel was Eddie Brown. I just don't think he's up to much really, but we'll see how it goes. We might try and get him out on loan for a season, but we shall see. So even our loanees getting the goals as well. Look at that. Right, not many in the way of assists. Villenden has been out all season. He got 8 assists. King Harms and Mellor getting 7 each. And Mellor getting involved quite a lot there. He's almost at his potential as well. Not far off there, but 7 each alongside King Harms. Delhi getting 6th and Bunny, Helm, Laird, even Laird getting in there, and Bunny. So that's what I'm wanting from my wing backs as well, to get the crosses in and getting the assists as well. And everybody's getting involved in there. Again, you're talking right at the very bottom. Riley not getting much involvement, but he did get a goal, so I'm pretty impressed though. He was involved towards the last couple of games. Right, okay, so yellow cards, who's been our most? So look at that, Jay Bunny. Discipline's been, we were hit with a £2,500 discipline charge by the FA. I'm not surprised really. Between him and Vandenberg, there's 26 yellow cards. I mean, that's heavy. Reds, anybody getting a red? Only Ethan Laird. Average rating, who's, wow, that's not very good, is it? Connor Hall, our best rater there. Josh Emmanuel with Boone as well. Then we have Dele, Ethan, and Sepp Vandenberg as well. Then Ali Crawford, who's out on loan, he's reached a 7. Verlinden. So really, our loanees are occupying most of the top spots really. So back to the finances then. We're down to 4.5, so we must have had a little bit of injection. There it is. Sponsorship 900,000, so that's knocked it down a little bit. It's not a lot, is it, at all? We are going to be struggling, that is for sure. Just before we go, we're just going to have a look at the leagues now. It looks like Barnsley win on penalties against Ipswich. That must have come a shocker though. So just to recap, ourselves, Shrewsbury, and now Barnsley, who finished 5th. Ipswich, who remained unbeaten for a while until they lost away a little bit, lose out on automatic. They lose out on promotion as well, losing to Barnsley in the final. Confirmation, Colchester, Stevenage and Cheltenham, Wimbledon all go down. In the Championship then, Oxford, Portsmouth and Wigan go down. Wow, there's a little bit of a shock there. But these are the teams that we will be playing. We won't be playing Southampton, who finish top of the table. They go back to the Premiership alongside with Swansea and Bristol City. But we will get to play the likes of Aston Villa, Derby, Forest, West Brom, Birmingham, Cardiff, Huddersfield, Middlesbrough. And I'll let you read the rest. Let's have a look at the Premiership then. And surprise, surprise, Manchester United have lifted the Premier League division title, 5 points ahead of Liverpool. Now that is a shock. Now that's something that's not happening realistically, is it? But they lost 3 games, and incidentally they lost to Arsenal, Chelsea and Man City. Okay, Man City finishing 4th. So it's very, very tight going to the last game of the season. But Leicester we get to play, so it's going to be Midlands around, isn't there really? Sheffield United and Stoke. It's going to be very, very tough indeed. And those that want to know, the Leeson.com trophy was won by Manchester United under 23s. They beat Coventry 4-1. We did it. We're in the Championship. So next season we will be starting season 3, and hopefully we're going to gain a little bit more money, and we're going to have to try and get a few more friendlies in, sort a formation out, and hopefully fight against relegation, because I think that's what's going to happen. We're going to be near the bottom. So if you enjoyed that, please pop a like on there. If you'd like to see more on YouTube channel, please subscribe, and until next time guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.